I've got a lot of heart. The bigger the heart, the more it bleeds. I've got a lot of will to survive, to prevail, and to succeed. I've got a lot of balls, and I hit them all over their heads. But I don't know if I have what it takes to get up now from this bed. No, I don't know if I have what it takes to get up now from this bed.
'Cause I know this is about to be some unprecedented shit, and I don't know if I have whatever this is, whatever this is. I got a lot of heart. The bigger the heart, the more it bleeds. I got a lot of will. Survive, to prevail, to succeed. I got a lot of balls, and I hit them all over their heads. But I don't know if I'll ever have what it takes to get out of bed. No, I don't know if I'll ever have what it takes to get out of bed.
'Cause I know this is about to be some unprecedented shit, and I don't know if I have whatever this is, whatever this is. Bet you never seen a person like me playing the role that I play. Bet you never seen someone hang their empathy on a hook every day.
And if you're curious, all I think of when they all leave me alone is the drink I'm gonna make tonight in my bed at home, and the call I'm gonna make tonight in my bed at home.
'Cause in this time I have seen some unprecedented shit, and I don't know if I have. Whatever this is, whatever this is.
So much has been lost in this time. It is only right that we should grieve. Grieve the walls that confined and separated us. Mourn the deaths that have become a paradigm. And there is still more to come, if you don't believe.
Each as our own leaf, we've had our journey this year. We've transformed, been battered by the wind, let loose and landed somewhere completely new. There were many moments that filled us with fear, such dark memories we wish we could rescind.
Every face became a mask. The world turned sterile. Emptiness filled every space. Hygiene became our premier task. Circles of life started to shrivel.
The song played out, slow and monotonous, but the metronome seemingly kept ticking faster. We lost pace with it all and could not follow. While activities dulled, thoughts grew dangerous, and all the days were nothing but blur.
Hugs were mere memory, spontaneous, adventurous, figmented dreams. It was a time where we buried deep into ourselves. The gray solitude was our safety, and our medicine for the blue loneliness, a few sunbeams.
Distance was further stretched, relationships were excruciatingly strained, and our lives came to revolve around pixels on a screen. Those in the most need were left wretched, and anyone who loves was drowned and pained.
This is what we remember of 2020, a state of unpredictability and chaos, where anything was around the next bend, where pieces of cloth were more concerning than an officer taking a knee to someone's neck against all ethos.
The orange carpet uncovered much rancor. A rift that's been there all along was unveiled. Human lives and livelihoods were and are at stake. Change and action must occur where this current justice system has failed.
The world stood silent, but our cries never died. There was no rest, just panic and perished trust. Against the ignorance, we stood defiant, but the malevolence left us petrified.
Many things became apparent. Power has been flagrantly abused to unjustly constrict, punish, and kill anyone perceived as different. Worse, these atrocities are grossly acquitted.
How is it that we share this air? We are all born of this earth, and yet their selfishness dubs them God of it all. Egotistically, they exclaim, they do not care for the sick, nor the elderly, nor the mothers giving birth.
It's all been about what I want and what I need. What about what is necessary for all? There has been suffering everywhere. Look around and you will see it indeed. Selfishness brought us to this great fall.
It's time to bury the dead. Our dead time, where nothing seemed to happen. The nightmares of past trauma that haunted our forlorn sleep, the lost hopes of plans ruined and long departed. All locked up in a coffin, never to be seen again.
세상에 처음 날 때 인연인 사람들은 손과 손에 붉은 실이 이어진 채 왔다 했죠. 당신이 어디 있든 내가 찾을 수 있게 손과 손에 붉은 실이 이어진 채 왔다 했죠. 눈물 진 나의 뺨을 쓰다마주면서도 다른 손엔 칼을 거두질 않네. 또다시 사라져 산산이 부서지는 눈부신 우리의 날들이 다시는 오지 못할 어둠으로 가네. 세상에 처음 날 때 인연인 사람들은 손과 손에 붉은 실이 이어진 채 왔다 했죠. 손과 손에 붉은 실이 이어진 채 왔다 했죠.
There was a time when I flew higher. Was a time the wild girl running free would be me. Now I see her feel the fire. Now I know she needs me there to share. I'm nowhere. All these blank and tranquil years seems they've dried up all my tears. And while she runs free and fast, it seems my wild days are past. But I miss the mountains. I miss the dizzy heights, all the manic magic days and the dark depressing nights. I miss the mountains. I miss the highs and lows, all the climbing, all the falling, all the while the wild wind blows, stinging you with snow and soaking you with rain. I miss the mountains. I miss the pain. Mountains make you crazy. Here it's safe and sound. My mind is somewhere hazy. My feet are on the ground. Everything is balanced here and on an even keel. Everything is perfect. Nothing's real. Nothing's real.
where the air is clear and cuts you like a knife. I miss the mountains. I miss the mountains. I miss my life. I miss my life.
I love to bake. I've always loved to bake. My grandmother loved to bake, so it's a genetic thing. It's in my DNA. I'm a baker. It skipped a generation, though. My mom can't cook or bake at all. Growing up, she was actually a terrible cook. But at every dinner, my dad would always say, "Excellent dinner, Joni. What's your secret ingredient?" Which was a total lie, and we all knew it was a lie, but it made my mom happy. He's a great guy, my dad. We all miss him so much, so much. It'll be 2 years ago this summer since he died. Really just feels like a week ago. He would know just the right thing to say about this horrible time. He always knew the right thing. When I can't sleep, I get up and bake. It's how I've decided I'm gonna get through this horrible pandemic. So many nights, I'll lie awake with all of my terrible pandemic fears and thinking about how much life we're missing. And if life will ever be the same, will I ever get to go dancing? Will I ever get to kiss someone without freaking out? Will someone else I love die? So I have all these thoughts, and I can hear my heart pounding, and I can hear it in my head. And I know there's no point in trying to go back to sleep. So I get up to bake. It comforts me, it calms me, and there's tons of things I can make without a recipe now. It's like a dance. Right now, I have chocolate chip cookies in the oven. They're my go-to comfort food cookie. And here are my tips. Are you ready? Brown sugar, double it. And, are you ready? Cream cheese. That's my secret ingredient. You sub out a little bit of the butter for cream cheese, about 4 tablespoons. And take the cookies out halfway through baking time and bang them on the counter hard. And the cookies will flatten out like crepes. Trust me, you'll go ballistic. They were my dad's absolute favorite. He had them in his coffee every single morning without fail. He loved them. I really need a cookie right now. I woke up all sweaty. I had one of those dreams I have a lot of the times where I'm out in the middle of the ocean and the waves are getting higher and higher and I can't get back to shore. And so I'm panicking, and I'm so panicked that I have to tell myself in the dream that it is a dream. Does that ever happen to you? Where you have to tell yourself in the dream that it is only a dream? So weird. And I've been having a lot more bad dreams with COVID and everything, but I guess everybody is. I live in this Airbnb house with 4 frat guys and a really skinny girl named Eve. She found us on the listserv. It's one of those really ugly mid-century houses that's supposed to be like a faux Frank Lloyd Wright, but there's no Frank, no Lloyd, and no Wright about it. It's just sort of really gloomy and depressing. But everybody really loves it when I bake, so that's good. The boys are pretty much drinking their way through the pandemic. Like, they'll Zoom a class and then drink, and then Zoom another class and drink, and play video games. Still, Fortnite is not dying, people. To worry about Eve, though. She spends a lot of time in her room, and she keeps a scale outside her door. I think she has OCD and thinks that if she keeps the scale outside her door, she won't weigh herself every second. this pandemic. People are suffering in so many unseen ways. I think we'll really see that once it's all over. But hey, good things will happen too. You know, dancing, movies, mask burning, roaring 20s. Underbake, that's another trick. You always have to underbake your cookies. Hang on just a sec. Oh, awful. Oh, horrible. Oh, it was disgusting. It tastes like salt. It's all salt. What happened? I must have switched the salt for the sugar. How could I do that? I've never made a baking mistake before, ever. This has never happened to me. I'm losing it. I'm totally losing it. Is there something wrong with my brain? Too much screen time? Too much Zoom? Do I have COVID? Is confusion a symptom? Okay, I've got to calm down. Okay. I don't have COVID. I don't have COVID. I know what COVID is and I don't have COVID. I can still smell, so I don't have COVID. I feel fine. I can breathe. I don't have COVID. I can't believe I ruined these cookies. How could I use salt instead of sugar? Ugh. Is it a sign? Does it mean something that I use salt instead of sugar? Because someone would just switch the containers? No, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody bakes but me. Maybe it is a sign. Maybe it's not such a great idea to bake in the middle of the night. Maybe I should bake in the morning. A nice, hopeful way to start the day. That's what my dad would say. Is he trying to send me a message? Did he switch the salt for the sugar? He could do that. We don't know. He could maybe do something like that. Dad, is that it? Are you worried about me? Do you think it's kind of sad that I bake in the middle of the night? Did you switch the salt and the sugar? You would do that. You were funny. You did pranks. You had a stupid sense of humor. Kind of juvenile, actually. Remember when you put that fake bug at the bottom of Mom's coffee mug? That was so stupid. She totally fell for it. She's okay. And so is Grandma and me. We didn't get COVID. We're okay. Well, we're not fine, actually, because you're not here, though, so. I guess I'm sort of screwing up my REM cycles by getting up in the middle of the night, huh? I hear you. I'll cut you a deal then. You help me a little bit out with my dreams, and I'll bake in the morning like a regular person. How's that? I think he said yes. So I'll start in the morning. I'll make something really simple, maybe some healthy bran muffins. And I'll make a smoothie to go with them. And I'll use some huckleberries, maybe some French mint, maybe a dash of rum. We start like a smoothie mojito kind of thing. Yeah, that sounds good. Good way to start my morning. Rum, my secret ingredient.
Sometimes I wonder where I've been, who I am, do I fit in?
Oliver Sherman. I know it's not you buried in the graveyard and that it's your uncle or something like that. But I always pictured it was you. Every day of my freshman year, I walked past the gravestone with your name and my name, and I would wonder what you thought of me being here. It was like you were watching me. And so I'm writing to ask if you hate me. I hope you won't be upset that I ask this, but that you also consider it. All signs would point to this conclusion, historically speaking. In 1890, I wouldn't have been allowed to be where you were, even if I chose to pass. I wouldn't have been allowed to be here when your son graduated 70 years later. It is only because your grandson, my father, fell in love with a black woman that I enjoy the privileges specifically meant to keep me out of a place like this. Do you resent me? I want to know. I want to know if you choked the same way your son did when my father introduced my mother for the first time. When your son was forced to grapple with having a black daughter-in-law and black grandchildren. And how for a period my mother was convinced he was going to kill her the moment they were alone together. Did you ever think it would be you, your family? When you sat in these ivy towers and analyzed the Civil War, did you ever wonder what if it was you? Fighting for a freedom you would never quite receive from a country that was never quite yours. Could you ever love me? Could you love me in a whole way? There are people in my life now who struggle to do even that. I'm tired of asking people who say they love me to love me in a whole way. It is exhausting to ask for more love when every facet of society says you don't deserve it. But I know I deserve the kind of love where people educate themselves. I deserve the kind of love where I'm not responsible for the discomfort of those who have privileges I do not. I deserve the kind of love where I don't have to get people out of their own way, and I don't know how else to say it. Isn't that the kind of love families are supposed to give? I guess I can never know where you would stand for sure. Regardless of what you think, however, I am here. And I am a part of your legacy whether you want me or not. With love, your great-granddaughter, Alexandra McCrae.
Be so cruel, easy to be hard, easy to be cold. How can people have no feelings? How can they ignore their friends? Easy to be proud. Say no. Oh, especially people who care about strangers, who care about evil and social injustice. Do you only care about the bleeding crowd? How about a needing friend? I need a
Strange how things can come into focus randomly, even if you are deep in a haze.
So much time alone gave us space to reflect.
There was surprisingly a lot to see once we were through the malaise.
We found ourselves sacrificing, growing, and enduring.
Our gratitude for everything abounded. We drew in our comforts close and made it over and through.
Anon, we will celebrate, singing and dancing, gather together and be reunited.
Oh, my dear, how have you been this year? We want you to know we're trying to figure this out for you.
but we promise to craft a shelter for you that will last. Float with us, like clouds on some cosmic dust. Look down at the land and ponder the things you will make. No, you won't be alone. No, you don't have to figure it out all alone. No, you don't need to hide away. Stand in the sun, dear, you never will need to be saved. You are here, you are whole, you are complete, comprehensive, and fine. You are here, you are whole, you are strengthening by your design. You are here, you are whole, you are complete, comprehensive, and fine. You are here, you are whole, you are strengthening by your design. Silent the embers of a fire that must be allowed to die. The bed of coal, it must run cold in time. But your body, it brings life. Whoa, 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 whoa. Crying in a river running dry. Made your eyes a clouded sky. But if you're a god, made from a god, made from a god, let your whispered word be divine. If vultures can be so, birds let it die. Leaning on the everlasting side. Creator, you create monstrous men from the ink that glides your pen, running on a sentence that must stay, so your bones can rise again. If vultures can be so, birds let it die. Leaning on the everlasting side.